welcome to Business Unusual. We continue talking about life after COVID-19. How do we re-engage life? How do we prepare ourselves to live in this new normal? My name is Susan Opio.
And my name is Charles Opio.
Now, we are asking ourselves that there are things that we need to pick up, adjust ourselves to learn how to navigate in this new season. And right now, we start with upskill yourself and your employees. Can you talk about that?
Yes, we are talking about guidelines, we're talking about ways, we are talking about how do we engage this new terrain.
Yes.
Now, upskill. We spoke in the last discussion about rebuilding instead of resuming. Now we're talking about upskilling. Upskilling means the skills you had before may not serve you here.
Yes. And I think we have really talked about that.
Yes.
Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade.
Yes.
Yes.
The abilities you have before may not work here. And now upskill has a twist to it. Upskill, think of it this way. Let me give you a picture. Don't think of upskill of improving what you're good at.
Okay.
No, you can be sharpening an axe that will never cut any tree. That's not upskilling.
Yes.
Upskilling here, put this picture in your mind. It's like you're going to live on top of the hill and you used to live in the valley, get skills for the hill. Upskill. Think of how to operate there.
The skills of the valley are not required on the mountain. So you need new skills. You're not upgrading the valley skills.
Exactly.
And like what you said, you could be sharpening an axe, which is a tool of labor, and you are going to war. So you need a tool of war. So you're not upgrading the axe. You're getting something totally new.
So in other words, in the natural sense, get new tools and learn how to use them.
Okay.
Get new tools and learn how to use them
Yes.
to go into this new space.
Yes.
For many people, it will mean many things. Listen, as simple for some people, it's as simple as you've decided to start doing live stream and blogs.
Yes.
Get a better phone.
You need that.
Simple.
Before, you used your phone for communication, for SMS, and maybe for selfies.
Exactly.
Selfies. Now you are saying, in this new place, I cannot use the same phone to live stream.
You can't.
Picture quality is not good.
Video quality, audio quality, everything has changed.
Yes.
So upskill, get new tools, move up. And now that is not just for you.
Yes.
For those around you. Remember we talked about rebooting. When you bring people now on top and you now have reintroduced everybody to where you're going, you may need to invest time in upskilling the people who work around you.
Yes.
Who work with you, so that things begin to work better.
So you're again saying, let's sit with everybody,
analyze,
look at their skills, and tell yourself, could this skill go to where we are going?
Exactly.
No, they might not be able to. So let's upskill this person.
Yes. It's as simple. Sometimes I really try to draw simple explanations so that you can get the picture.
Yes.
It's like saying you've just traveled from a hot country and you're going to arrive in another country in winter. Upskill. Get what you will need to operate there.
All your summer gear is not required.
It's useless. You used to live at the beach.
Useless, yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Now, are you talking also to the employer to say that, look at your employees and ask, where do I need to pay for these people to upskill? It will cost you.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it better cost you now than later.
Yes.
The lack of skills is going to be more expensive than paying for new skills.
Maybe you can talk to that employer and tell them there are tutorials online.
Yes. We live in a very interesting time.
Yes.
For some people, it may be as important as taking out some of the official time of work and giving them, because your employee may not have the technology you have.
Yes.
They may not have the PC or the internet that the office has.
Yes.
Give them time. Don't rush in and say work. Say today, 4 hours, this tutorial.
And look at the tutorial
as
work for you.
That's your work
as an employer.
That's
you don't see it as time not used at work.
No.
It is part of the work.
Exactly. That is work for you today. Learn this new skill, and then I'm going to give you an environment to test it.
Yes.
To show that you've become competent in it.
Okay.
Upskilling is going to be crucial for you as the employer, for your employees also. And you as an employee, you want to stay to be useful. You may have not been called back yet. I would be upskilling. I would be upskilling, not waiting to go back to my old job.
Let's talk about something we've not handled in this series.
Yes.
And more so when you're talking about upskilling.
Yes.
when we have online jobs.
Yes.
Because you could be working in 4 different countries.
Yes.
You're not doing the same thing.
Exactly.
In any of the countries. You're doing
Yes.
something different.
Yes.
So you are also upskilling.
Yes. And the upskilling is interesting. Some of you will discover that the jobs you're being given are not in your country.
Yes.
So you must acquire skills for a country you're not living in. I'll give an example. In the last era, the entering into the 4th Industrial Revolution,
yes.
we began to enter an environment called back office operations, which was call centers and those kinds of things.
Yes.
Now, in a call center, if you were going to operate a call center in Kenya for a company in New York, your accent had to change. But you live in Nairobi.
So when you talk about upskill, those are
yes.
the things we are saying.
Yes.
So you had to go on an online course.
Exactly.
That helps you change your accent.
Yes, you have to
an
learn.
accent that for your target market.
Yeah, your research and your skilling has to understand how do they say this particular word. How do they understand this word? Are they getting me?
Yes.
When I speak. So those kind of things. So upskilling becomes important no matter in whichever way you want in this new environment.
That's so interesting because there are so many people who are looking for online jobs now, more so because that line has opened up, but they don't understand that there are places you could be losing because of your accent.
Exactly.
So if you go to Australia, for example, you have to ask yourself, how do they speak?
Yes.
I need to do that before I go there. If you're talking to British company,
you
know how to, you have
exactly.
to
You have to understand, and sometimes you have to make references to environments they're familiar with.
Yes.
Because they have no idea. You can't get, remember when we talked about cognitive data management?
Yes.
I cannot call you in your country and you are actually a call center for my problem in the US, and you start saying, you know, here in Nairobi it is 2 a.m. I don't want to know where you are.
I should not even know where you are.
Exactly. As far as I'm concerned, you're from the company down the road.
And I think also, you see, like, I think that's interesting. When you talk about accents here.
Yes.
You're working for, you are a call center for Beko, for example.
Yes.
But when you pick the phone, somebody's calling and saying Beko.
Yes.
And you're like, I didn't call Beko, my friend. This is not what I call.
So suddenly, your accent cost you a job.
It does. I mean, I'm just thinking there are many times you can lose because of that.
Yes.
So we have to think global. When we talk about new normal, we are saying that the world has just opened up.
Yes.
And thank God to COVID-19 that the borders, the boundaries have just been shattered. There are no more boundaries. I can be sitting here and I'm working somewhere in Pakistan.
Yes.
You know?
And every day, because you're sitting here and working in Pakistan, you have to watch the news of Pakistan. You have to be relevant to Pakistan, but you're working from Nairobi.
Yes.
This is how upskilling now matters. Let's take even pastors.
Okay.
You want to say you've gone online, you're now preaching from online.
Yes.
Listen, when you're preaching from online, you must upskill yourself on how to use those tools. You must upskill your ability to interact with those guys, to speak with them.
I think we have seen that, especially in this COVID season.
Yes.
When we see ministers going online and they are live, but they don't know they are live.
There you go.
So they're still talking.
Yes. So you're still talking to your wife, you're talking to your children.
Yes.
Upskill. Do it properly, perfect. And this upskill activity must continue.
Yes.
It's not a one-off.
So when you're talking about upskilling, we are saying that excellence in whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Excellence, when you talk about you're going into this market, excellence.
Yes.
Research.
Yep.
Find out about the market.
Yes.
Draw what needs to be drawn.
Exactly.
Get what needs to be, I mean, it's about excellence.
Listen, the customer, the consumer, because I think we need to change the word. It's no longer a customer.
Yes.
It's now a consumer.
Yes.
And there's a distinction between those two things.
Oh, yes. Maybe you can talk about that.
Yes. A customer used to be the bottom line. Used to be the person who brings in the money.
Yes.
So once he bought, you and him were done. The consumer continues to consume.
Yes.
And you need to retain the consumer. Because the consumer will take what you want, use it, and come back for more.
Let's talk about this program.
Yes.
There are many people who talk to us and say, listen, you said.
Yes.
Now, give me clarity here because I need to understand, did you mean this or this?
That's a consumer.
Now, Before, a customer is like my friend.
That's
the
what
message
you said.
is there.
Yeah.
You won't even know where I am. Or
Yes.
you don't even have my number.
Exactly.
Now we have to put down our numbers there, our Twitter,
Yes.
our Instagram, and
Yes.
somebody is getting in touch and asking,
Yep.
give me clarity on something you said.
That's it.
That's what we're talking about.
So that's going to be crucial.
So even this, what we're talking about
Yeah.
here, is also applying to us.
Yes.
When we talk, any point we are giving you, when you talk about guidelines,
Yeah.
these guidelines also.
They are life.
Yeah.
These are not abstract ideas.
Yes.
This is not like a lecturer, old school, who used to teach you something and tell you the day you will leave here, the day you will graduate,
Yes.
the day you will go to work, you will apply this. No, we live in a season where what I've just said, you must apply it now.
So also, when you talk about customer versus consumer,
Yes.
remember also, for example, for us, especially speakers,
Yes.
when you talk of a customer, you can say something and don't care whether
Yeah.
somebody follows it up.
Or not.
Right now, we are talking about action.
Yes.
We are talking about actualizing
This reality.
This reality.
It has to be applicable.
Yes.
Somebody needs to be able to... Why are we categorizing this information? Because we are not just trying to speak.
Yes.
We are like a coach, a virtual coach.
Yes.
We are not there. But if you take this and it works for you,
Yes.
our greatest joy is to get the feedback of how it worked.
How it worked.
And that is where this is going.
I know we also talk about, we've talked before about filtering what is unnecessary.
Yes.
Even for us, if somebody calls us today and says, okay, you said this and this and this, as they talk, we say, excuse me, let's filter what is not necessary.
Yes.
Unnecessary information.
Exactly.
So everything we are
Exactly.
saying are things that we engage in.
Yes.
They are things that we do.
And let's say something very important about, and this bleeds into the next point.
Okay.
The ability to take inventory and get rid of what is necessary, get rid of what is unnecessary, and keep what is necessary for the next level.
Okay.
But everything now has to do with movement.
That's
What
our
do I need?
guideline number 5.
Where are we going with this? For example, we've had scenarios we'll tell you where we speak on a number of topics. I'm just now using our personal experience.
Yes.
And then somebody asks us a question that somebody else said something. You see now?
Okay.
It's a genuine question.
Yes.
It's a valid question. But we didn't say that. So we cannot start responding to it. That is
Get rid of
unnecessary.
what is now unnecessary.
Yes.
Now, when you come to what we are saying, for example,
Yes.
if somebody says we are discussing business unusual,
Yes.
and somebody comes and says, now, I wanted to find out,
Yes.
where
Somebody
did
told
Cain
me.
get his wife?
There you go.
Unnecessary information.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So that's what we are saying, even
Yes.
for us. When we listen, we are saying these guidelines are also
Absolutely.
a reality to us.
And can I help somebody out there? All of us who are called by God, we are called within jurisdictions and functions.
Yes.
We are coming from an era that must end. Part of what should be drowned in COVID. An era where the assumption is that every minister, every pastor is a practitioner of every devil. Every disease.
Yes.
So you have a problem in marriage, come to pastor. If you have this other problem, come to pastor. Somebody is sick, come to pastor. They fired you, come to pastor. Listen, even in the surgery field, they are specialists. You should come to, if you come to me, you should understand that there's an area that I am competent in that I'll give you the best benefit.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will be guesswork at most. Sometimes, yes, if I'm a genuine doctor, let me use an example,
Yes.
a genuine engineer, I'm using anybody.
Yes.
I will be able, because of my engineering, analyze your problem,
Yes.
but I know I don't have the tools to fix it. And so I will guide you to who?
To the person that should.
That's why sometimes you go to a doctor, they listen to you, they say, I know your problem, but let me refer you to a specialist.
That is why in a ministry also,
Yes.
we have different graces.
Yes.
And that is why the main man of God should not feel intimidated
That
by
he
the
must
other
fix
graces.
everything.
Because all these people come in together,
Yeah.
they come in to bring this solution
Exactly.
for these people. But otherwise, you
Yes.
cannot have answers for everyone.
And I think it's time, as ministers, we do this. You should have people around you with competencies, not
Psychofancy.
people with psychophancies.
I think so.
Which simply means
not
not sycophancies.
Yeah.
People who always making you feel glorious. Man of God, there's a situation here. Can you solve it? Man of God, there's a situation. Stop it. They come to you with a situation, say, oh, okay, I've heard you. Go to so-and-so. They can fix it.
Yes.
Now, to you who come to us, stop being offended when you're sent to another minister.
And you feel like I wanted the man of God.
Because the man of God knows, if he's genuine, that minister is the most competent.
Yeah, for the issue you
They
have.
are the ones who can fix that situation.
So we're talking about take inventory, even
Take
as a
inventory.
minister. Get rid of what is not necessary. Because
Absolutely.
if you look at it and say, this one, I'm not the best. Let me give you to that to that person.
You know, we are all so crazy.
Yeah.
You go to the doctor, he looks at you, he finishes, then he sends you to the nurse for an injection. Why don't you insist?
I want you.
No, I don't want the nurse to inject me.
I came to you.
Yes.
But when you come to the church,
yes,
you have this preference.
Pastor, you're the one who pray for me.
You are the surgeon.
Yes, yes.
You are the one who will inject me.
Listen,
I need a
you
bandage.
are the receptionist, you are the surgeon, you are the practitioner, you are the pharmacy. Really?
And you're the security to open the gate
yes.
for me.
You are everything.
Yes.
Not anymore.
Take inventory.
Yes.
Just get rid of what is not necessary.
Get rid of what is not necessary.
Yeah.
Focus on what is necessary.
But I think also that comes out of understanding your grace.
Yes.
Having confidence.
Yeah.
And being comfortable in who you are.
Absolutely.
Having an identity.
Yes.
Because if you talk about even in business and you tell somebody take inventory and get rid of what is now unnecessary, when you don't have those things, confidence, you're not comfortable, you don't have an identity, there are things you'll not be able to do in your own company.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just look around you and say, wait, I know, and this is the problem. I know we spent a lot of money on this thing.
Yes.
Question, it has served its time. It has produced for you enough, or maybe it produced nothing, but just chalk it down as school fees.
Yes, it was your school fees to know what not to do next time.
Don't force your staff to use old equipment because it was expensive. You'll become completely incompetent.
Yes.
Don't say, listen, you know this thing was very expensive, so we must use it.
That is school fees.
That is school fees. Move on.
Yes.
Say what is going to work, what is efficient, what is going to break us where we are going.
Yes.
Listen, that thing that is useless to you now, two options. Number one, there are people who it is important to them now.
For now.
Either sell it or give it to them. Move it on, move into something else.
Talk about that. Getting rid of things you don't have because you go to, we always say this. You go to a company and they have storage.
Yes.
But half the stuff in the storage, they'll never use.
Thank you.
I love what you said. Sell it.
Yeah.
Because there are some people who will never give away things. Or give it away.
Yes, just choose.
If you have the grace to give away.
Create that space.
Yes.
And listen, this is about life too. You've moved out of COVID. Life has brought you to a new place. Suddenly, you've just realized you can work from home. Why are you cramping office equipment into your bedroom?
I mean, think about it. Okay, just saying this on a light note, but you've come out of COVID-19 season.
Yes.
You got sick, you bought a ventilator in the house.
Yes.
You are healed.
Yeah.
What are you keeping it for?
Yes. Are you planning future COVID? what is happening to you? Simply take it, find somebody who needs it, and move on. You had an accident. You had a wheelchair. You can now walk. For goodness sake.
You can walk. You can run.
Yes.
What are you keeping
is the wheelchair for?
I think that's what we're talking about. Take inventory. And this, like you're saying, applies to everyone.
Everybody.
Go back home and check. What is it that I'm keeping that I don't need?
I don't need it anymore.
Yes.
Get somebody who needs it because people are living in different phases of life.
Yes.
Somebody may benefit from it and even be praying for you and blessing you.
What about, another where people might not even be looking at?
Yes.
You have 5 children. The last born is 15.
Yes.
You still have a baby cot. And you're not planning another baby.
Listen, your children's babies will not accept that cot.
Yes.
So stop keeping it.
Because sometimes you keep it for them.
Yes. They don't want that version.
Life will have changed.
Life will have moved on.
Yeah.
So these are the things. This is just how you have to take inventory. It doesn't matter in what. It doesn't matter in what.
Yes.
Your business has grown up. You now have a pickup. South Africans a bakkie.
Yes.
And Americans a truck. You're still keeping that little car that nobody drives. Once in a while in winter, you switch it on so that the battery works. Then you switch it off. Please. Take inventory.
Well, if maybe you love keeping antiques, okay, that's a good one.
If it's an antique,
yes,
keep it in the museum. Use it for something. Have a value, but don't stock it until it dies a natural death. Simply because you are selfish.
Yes.
These are the issues we need to do. We
so
need
this
to declutter.
particular guideline works very well for telling people to break the spirit of selfishness.
Yes. Yeah. Declutter.
Yes.
You wear size 18 at your wedding.
No. Let me correct you, size 10.
Yes. Your wedding dress is still hanging there. You will never return to that size.
Yes.
Get rid of it. Declutter your life.
Yeah.
Move. Find what is unnecessary. It doesn't matter in which field it is. We are using every possible absurd activity.
Everything.
We are trying to find anything that will help you declutter. It will help you realize, listen, these things are not going to take you anywhere.
Yeah.
They are actually slowing you down. Make room. Make space for the new.
Yeah.
It will, listen, it's even therapeutic if you didn't know.
To just get to just declutter.
Part of your stress and your depression is looking at what you will never use. That alone can cause you stress.
Yes.
It is better to get rid of it so at least you don't have to see it. You'll feel much better.
I think now when you're talking, I'm thinking the last time I went to the dentist.
Yes.
And they made the dentures.
Yes, the dentures.
Yes. Then before they put you the crown, they give you your own, that model they used.
Yes, the model, yes.
The model.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I have it. I'll never use it.
I've just remembered.
It's not beautiful to look at, therefore I can't use it as a decoration, but I don't know why I'm keeping it.
So at least you can map it in a glass box and say, history. I used to be...
It doesn't look nice. It looks like a skeleton. I don't like it, so I don't know why I'm keeping it.
It looks like a mummy's teeth
that
was taken out of some Egyptian tomb. Anyway, the reality is this.
I'll get rid of it.
I'm hoping we're helping you, saying it is
But
time.
let me say that before you finish. I'm just going back to that point.
Yes.
The dentist told me, you know you paid for this, so you should keep it. I think I believed him until now.
School fees.
Yes.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
So people, take inventory, sit down. Now that you're in this new environment, look at where you're going and ask, what don't I need?
Yes.
What don't I need? If you are traveling to a new country and you're going to settle there, what would you carry? What would you leave behind? Think like that.
That's the best way to declutter. When you talk about declutter, that's the best way.
Think like you're going to a new country.
Yes.
And you're going to live in a new environment with new friends. There are things you absolutely don't need.
And maybe sometimes you also need to ask yourself, why do I hoard?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the question, because sometimes it takes even there are these companies that come to help you declutter.
Yes.
And you notice some people fight.
Yeah.
That no, don't get rid of this.
It's called deliverance.
Yes.
Yeah. Things got such a hold of you, somebody must come and price them off of you.
Yes.
Yeah. There's so many things we do in life that we don't really need anymore.
Yeah.
And that's going to be so crucial as a guideline. Paul talks about leaving the things that are behind and pressing forward to the mark of the high calling. The idea is very simple. You cannot enter the future looking in the rear view mirror. You cannot enter where you're going with your past as your primary focus.
Yes, and you cannot stay in the future talking about the past.
Nope.
The past will pull you back.
Exactly.
We must always look ahead and say, listen, the only reason I'm taking inventory and getting rid of what is now unnecessary is because I know there's a bright future.
Yeah.
I think when I see ahead, I can see light.
Yes.
But when you don't see the future, you don't see where I will get this stuff, maybe that's where we hoard.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know how I'm going to gather more of this.
And even in the most natural sense, if you drive looking in the rear view, you're headed into an accident. Yeah. People say things are not working, things are not working. No, things are working. You've just not been paying attention. You've been looking so much into your past that the future is hitting you in the face and you can't see it.
You can't even say it. In fact, you're calling it an accident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where we have to go.
Wow.
We have to ask ourselves, listen carefully, what is unnecessary? Question one. Two, what is necessary? Sometimes it will cost you to acquire what is necessary. You'll have to spend outside of your comfort zone.
Yes.
You'll have to get hold of things that in the past you'd have said, who needs this?
Yeah.
This is not even important. You know, there was a time you were happy with bundles. Now you have to get fiber.
Yes.
Because what you're doing can't survive bundles anymore. You've grown out of that space.
Same thing we are talking about.
Yes.
Upskill.
Yes.
We are talking about take inventory and get rid of what is unnecessary.
Yeah. You can't live in that space anymore.
So when we talk about these things, now you understand that we'll keep saying it over and over. No longer business as usual, but this is business unusual. Keep tracking.